we have anybody here representing Thomas Kramer? You wanna, in your,
Spencer Odell with AR Engineering.
do you want to present what your petition is for?
Yeah, please. So my name is Spencer Odell, I'm with AR Engineering. Our petition is for reduction in the setback variance from 20 feet to 10 feet to allow for a retail facility to be built in that area. We all have the site plan provided with the application.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that shows our proposed layout for the building and the parking and all of that. It shows sort of our hardship on the property is that there is a 111-foot drain easement running across the middle of the site. And that is the reason for asking for the variance, because that restricts the placement of building on the property.
Yeah, I might add, I hate to interrupt you, but I might add to the board that there were two buildings built on top of that easement. And how they ended up there, I don't know what it was.
Okay.
But, yeah, getting two of those buildings down on that property.
Mm-hmm.
The good thing, because we have the easement.
No, this is the property next to the
Oh, no,
grocery
it's-
store.
No, it's right on behind, it goes right on this property
Okay.
that we're talking about.
Okay,
And then it goes through part of the furniture store property.
okay.
We've also allowed for 40 feet of the east side of the property to be dedicated as a public roadway. And I can answer any questions about our layout as far as the variance is concerned. And
Anybody have any questions for him or the board members? Any concerns from your side on this at all?
No, it looks like a pretty good layout. It'd be a good use for the property. The property's already zoned business.
Mm-hmm.
I got a little section along there of zoned business.
Is it? Okay.
And we had problems with the elderly Kramer,
Mm-hmm.
with, ordinance violations that were ongoing for years.
Okay.
And the buildings aren't in very good shape. And probably, this would probably be a good use for the property.
Okay.
If you mind, but that's.
Is there anybody here?
Yeah, I got a question. So instead of,
Can you give your name and your address, please?
yeah, sorry, it's Rodney Freed. I actually live in Yorktown, but I was co-signed for this property, which is right next door to the Dollar General.
And which is the property? Which is your property? Just tell me.
14010. I actually have a written statement. If whenever he's finished, I would like to take some
Okay.
time.
Any more information you want to give?
our layout's based on a recent survey, so we're confident with the distances and the measurements off the property line that they've provided in that layout. And that's pretty much everything. If there's any questions, I can give towards.
So instead of asking for a variance for that, to get closer to the, what is that, west side? Here, why not move the ditch line? And move the drainage ditch?
Be a question for the drain commission and in our experience, it's harder to relinquish easement area than
Sure.
the next area.
It's gonna be harder, but.
Well, that won't release it. Yeah, the county wouldn't release that. The county, that was the county,
Yeah.
that was the county
Yeah,
tie.
kind
That's not, that's not even our, that's the county tie, if I remember right.
but we're looking at a building that's gonna be 10 feet away from a house. So what's more important, you know? I mean, I understand you want the business here. It'd be nice to have a, you know, a Dollar General, but when you're blocking view from the house and, you know, it's just, I mean, 10 feet is pretty close, that's for me to you, from the house.
Well, from the property line.
Yeah, that's where the house is, it's right on
So-
the property line.
I would like to have a few minutes to kind of present in front of everybody. So whenever he's finished, I'd like to take a few minutes.
Yeah, I don't know what about in that, but, the house sits right on the property line.
The house is on the property line.
I didn't think that could be done.
It probably predates any property line that we recognize today or any ordinance that we recognize today. They conveniently left out the adjoining property. I actually made up a mock-up. I would like to show some people exactly how close this is gonna sit from the house. The west side of the garage actually sits on the property line, so they're not just requesting a variance to build away from the property line, they're actually requesting a variance to build away from a residential property. It will be 10 feet away from the west side of our home. So if I would, I'd like to present that to you.
Sure.
Oh.
So I pulled a couple of codes out of our code, our very own code of ordinances. We covered the variance, the minimum side yard width requirement from 20 feet down to 10 feet. I think the idea was that there would be 20 feet on either side of the property line. Unfortunately, the house sits on the property line, so the variance would be to put that right on the property line. I think the most important code that I could pull was 152.147 on page 175 entitled variances. It does say that a variance would be permitted if all of the following requirements are met. So all of these requirements must be met. I'm just going to read them off to you. One, the approval would not be injurious to the public health, safety, morals, and general welfare of the county, or impact individual enjoyment of neighborhood and property values. So property values is pretty important. Number two, the use and value of the area adjacent to the property, included variance would not be affected in a substantially adverse manner, and that the strict application of the terms of this chapter would result in unreasonable practices, difficulties of use of the property. So after speaking with a lot of people, it's very clear that the construction of the project, not just the variance, but the entire construction of the project would severely impact desirability and value of my property. It would be an eyesore, it would obstruct view, it would cause permanent disturbances, and would be very likely to provide additional hazards to the occupants of the home forever and always until the building is not there. That's really all I had for you. I'd just like for you to consider how close to the residential home it is, and I'd ask for you to vote no, please.
Thank you for your information. Anybody here speak about this variance?
Do you want to speak or are you just speaking?
I'll go ahead and interject. Josh Rose, current tenant of 13990 West Commerce. I'm here in representation of Dave Stinson, who was not able to make it. He currently lives in Kentucky. I know he does have some objections as well. I don't know a whole lot about the project, but I know he was worried about they were going to turn the road there between his property and the current property they're trying to acquire and build on into a public access, I believe. And he was worried about that. That's always been a truck shop or a fleet operation. With that being so, heavy trucks are usually prohibited on those type of things. So that is his concern as well as ours.
So he's worried that if they turn it into a public access, that his trucks wouldn't have access to get into their parking lot just because of the nature of the road?
That, or, just like, South Walnut Street, just south of 67 here, theoretically, there's not supposed to be any tractor trailer traffic on that at all. It would almost be something like that to where it's technically prohibited.
So get twin trucks down there. Project.
How are you
On-
currently
oh, sorry.
entering and exiting, like
From the west side of the.
from the west
French
side?
outlet.
So exactly where
I
this,
believe it is a shared, half of the drive is theirs, half the drive is ours.
If I may, it is a shared drive, at Delaware County, we have gotten a quote, and they have asked for, some incentives from the state, from the county there on the road coming in to make it for truck traffic, but only to the entrance. It's only like 60 feet or 50 feet.
Right.
It's not all the way down.
Right.
So it's right on the first edge coming into the property. It is a shared driveway. It's on the property that they're trying to acquire side of. You have an easement for the trucking storm down that side of it. If I understood the easement right. Is that correct?
It's possible, so unfortunately, I was informed of this at the end of last week, so I haven't really had time to see it. I haven't seen anything. I'm just kind of, I know there's
No.
a party interested in.
But yeah, you're right. It's a shared driveway there, but it's on the property that they're trying to acquire going over, and the front at the end on 67. They are going to make the road accessible for the traffic towards the Dollar General, being to state code and not code. Is what I was trying to say. Whether the truck is on it or the cars, it would be up to NDOT spec for both.
no, I think that is, he has like this is like a little parking cutout right here toward the front.
That's
Okay.
Yeah, so this is on his lot right here.
The
This
driveway
is-
spans the lot line. The driveway goes all the way to the lot line, the garage, the fence.
The house doesn't actually say it's just the garage itself that sits on
It's-
the line.
Well, it's an attached garage, yes. I'm actually also questioning the logistics of building the structure from inside of their property, and would that even logistically be capable for them not to encroach on my property during the building process? And also general use and maintenance. You can almost reach out and touch the house and the building. And that's gonna span the entire, half of the property all the way south.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you have a survey that shows the property line right at your
You
building?
survey it.
Right, so I have my building inspector on our property. They don't show.
Right.
Oh.
They don't show your house on the survey, so. Right, so I mean, I have an aerial that shows it, but I don't have anything that says that it is, like, your property line actually runs through. Or after.
That's what they're looking at.
Okay,
Of course, that's just a quick mock-up.
sure, and then the aerial isn't necessarily accurate to
Correct.
the property lines. The survey doesn't have the aerial or the.
It's still surveyed, the poster's still out there.
Yeah, those areas can be off. I worked for the county for years, and those aerials can be off. I know on my property it was off by 10 foot in one place. We had to adjust it to fix it. They're always making little adjustments.
The question is also how much the valuation of my property is going to be. That's actually in our very own code, is that there can't be any devaluation. I've had estimates of $30,000 to $50,000 of devaluation of my property with this store sitting right next to it. The amount of traffic that's going to be coming through there, it's undesirable.
I do want to remind that it is permitted use in that zoning district. It's a desirable use according to Steve.
Yeah, it's allowed. The only thing that's in question is the reduction in setback.
And
And of course, the buildings on the adjoining property aren't set back like they're supposed to.
Is there no buffer between a commercial building and a residential home? Does it only cover how far away from the lot line they can build? Or is there an actual buffer or clearance away from the residential home?
Just, the ordinance just specifies distance from the property.
And the assumption would be that two adjoining properties would both be in accordance to the variance, or accordance to the side yard width. Unfortunately, and I don't know when it happened, it's been decades, like I said, it probably predates any current lot line or zoning ordinance, that the garage sits, the house sits right on that property line. There's gotta be a minimum clearance of how close they can put a building next to it. There's safety concerns, general use, noise detectable beyond the lot lines, vibrations and concussions, blockage of radio, television, antenna. It's all in our very own code here.
How is so you said the property is already zoned for business use, so we're not even changing zoning. But his is zoned residential though, right?
No.
So business as well.
It is zoned both, yes. I don't know when the zoning changed from residential only to residential and business. But the code highlights several reasons why it's unsafe, why it could be hazardous to put businesses that close to residential structures. We're not talking about 50 feet, we're talking about 10 feet.
Right. Well, see, your point, I'm caught because I tell you what, I like to see new businesses come in this town.
I would love to see Dollar General here.
And, I understand, it's gonna be close to yours, but maybe, I don't know, we're gonna hear, the board actually will probably pursue this further, but maybe it can the building itself could be restructured to where it's more forward, where parking is around the back and maybe, or just, I don't know.
More forward or more back, there's a ton of land back there. And according to their plan, that land behind is not being used at all except for stormwater. If they set it back, that would totally be fine.
Well,
No,
you
you
got it.
don't want that yard.
Yeah, they can't do
Okay.
that.
Other people would contest that. But as far as I'm concerned, not unless they want to purchase the property or pay for the devaluation of the property, I would have to contest it to the third.
My name's Daniel Rowe, and I live at 140939. You don't know where you live? I don't know where I live. I
It's
live on
in
Carroll
999.
Street, right behind all this business, and it is very annoying. I would like to see a Dollar General, but I like to see it down here on the other corner, right where the bank and everything is. That would be great access, and it's plenty of room. But we get all that noise from the trucking company. My question is that the land you're talking about, or the lot, does that come all the way back to us? Just like the trucking
Yes.
comes all the way back?
Yes,
There's a huge
So
lot,
that-
the trucking
But
guy's
the-
not gonna
the back-
behind my house anymore?
the back part of the lot, as Steve said earlier, I apologize, has two houses on it that should have never been put there. Nothing can ever go back there. It is a tile easement for the county. There should have never been anything put on that. The only thing eligible is the front of the property. The back is not eligible. You will not get that tile out of there. So that is ineligible. And if Steve, correct me if I'm wrong, anything I just said there.
So the two buildings that are there now,
You can't, yeah, there's two,
they shouldn't be there.
they shouldn't even been there.
So will those be torn down
They
to
need to
put
be-
any new structure?
Well, I'm talking about the garage that's behind the residence there. It's the
Yes.
one that's in the easement. And there's
Yeah,
another.
but I live behind the trucking
detached
company.
structure there too.
Yeah, I just don't see where the Dollar General will have that much noise compared to what that trucking company was.
Yeah, but that's enough.
Yeah, the lights are shining in your windows, you get
The trucks are
trash.
starting up and running all.
Yeah, and all, in the middle of the night, you get woke up with the trucks.
and imagine if you're 10 feet away from it.
Yeah.
And we have to complain about lowering the property.
Yeah, they don't wanna mow it.
our side yard.
Trash accumulation.
Yeah, the trash.
Make a motion either way for this?
Just so you know, the trucking company owns the 230 feet approximately from the residential addition to
They own
the property line where the Dollar General would be. So that, and then you have another 190
8 feet from there to the building. So upwards of 500 feet between your back lot line and the building itself. But the trucking company would still maintain ownership of all that property between there.
Yeah, they own it all the way to the church.
I would also like to ask if Dollar General actually has a requirement of the same requirements, but how close that they would allow a franchisee to build away from a residential home. Do they have, are there requirements by Dollar General that they would require that?
I think Dollar General will pop up anywhere, so I don't know that they probably have too much, but I mean, I see what you're saying.
I see what you, and, yeah, you're worried about the property, but that's something like the town board could.
Let's go ahead
could-
and make a motion one way or another on this, at this point in time.
Oh, God, I don't know.
Oh, he's got,
I got these.
he's
back
streaming
on.
it and he's,
He's streaming,
I,
so,
that just dawned on me.
Yeah. he's streaming, so.
you just need, the motion will need to be documented, whatever the motion is.
Do you want me to keep track of that?
Yeah, I'm gonna write that down, far right there, so. Anybody have a motion for either direction on this?
Before you guys do anything like that, is there anybody else that wants to speak? Either for or against? We need to get through everybody who wants to actually talk about it
Sure.
first, but unless it's repetitive and all that fun stuff. But if there's no one else, you're good to move on.
Okay.
So either of you guys that just walked in, are you here to discuss anything about the variance? Okay.
You want to make a motion either way?
Well, I'd like to discuss it, if it proceeds forward, is there any
You
option?
have to make a motion on this variance,
You're just making a motion to make a recommendation.
making a recommendation to the
Full council.
full council. Since I'm running, maybe can I make a motion for?
Go ahead.
Take a vote. Let's take a vote if we want to accept. Yea, if we're going to accept the variance, and nay, if not.
Oh, we don't need to do
Well, yeah, I mean, I'd say
Maybe my
someone can, yeah, move to make a recommendation.
Or to move forward to the board.
Yeah, you're just make a motion, whoever makes the motion, either move to recommend or not recommend.
The variance.
Yeah, the variance, yeah.
So it's going to be building back?
And
I'm
then the
going to
recommendation.
move forward with the variance.
Okay, so Mike, you're making a motion to
I'm not
recommend
sure.
the variance.
How much, right? Mhm.
That's what you said.
Any discussion on the motion?
So what about the closing session?
I'll make a second. Thank you.
You're wild.
Discussion from the board on the motion?
I do have one other question. Would I be able to seek legal counsel after the motion?
Legal counsel?
I mean, not me, I guess.
Can we-
It depends on what you.
No, I mean, like,
I have-
you have to answer.
I
that
have
question.
legal counsel, actually, he wasn't able to make it because there was only 4 days that was given from when I received the letter, the certified letter. He wasn't able to make it tonight, he's on another board.
So, yeah, I mean, technically after this decision is made, nothing's really happened yet.
Can we make a
But-
decision with contingency to negotiate between them and I, how we would rectify?
I mean,
The
ultimately, we're not really
nuisance-
making the decision.
Yeah, I mean,
the
right?
nuisance and the
town council
evaluation.
You
makes
can
the-
make recommendations with these contingencies, I guess, if you want, but the better bet is to wait until the council meeting next and bring it up again if you can. And if the council wants to put in some conditions or whatever, then they can, but
This is just one step before,
Let's go ahead and make a vote on the motion at hand. They can move it one way or another.
Okay, Todd,
I'll make a recommendation, yeah.
Mike?
The council.
yes.
and I say yes.
so there's all three in favor of the recommendation?
Town council to negotiate.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor? Yeah.
Did you second it?
Yes.